Welcome back. Just before the break, we were talking about the introduction of one-party government or one-party system in Bangladesh just after the Liberation War, or a few years after the Liberation War. Our distinguished guest today, Barrister, very well known, BNP's International Affairs Secretary, is here, and he will explain. Yes, sir.
No, the thing I was referring, the Bakshal is one party government, as you said. That was done under the enactment of Parliament.
Right.
Yeah. It was, maybe it was 25th January. 25th January, yes, 25th January. So now what we are having,
Today is 26th January.
Today is 26th January. I mean, for the last couple of years, I mean, since 2008 election, I mean, after 2009 and then ongoing last couple of years, we had been watching one-party government in Bangladesh. Something was written in 1974, it was written that the Bakshal of 1975 was written under the law of Bangladesh and under the umbrella of constitution. But this one is not written, is unwritten, but one-party government. They are ignoring everything, people's right. They are not willing to give people voting right. They are not ready to give people freedom of expression, freedom of speech, not even the political parties. No one is getting that liberty in our country right at this moment. So if, as you were referring, as I told you earlier, the political culture had changed, so it dates back since the inception of our birth, the country's birth. So if this continues like this, if it goes like this, I would say the country would be in a big jeopardy. The democracy you won't see anywhere, not even in the dictionary of Bangladesh, at least in the dictionary of Bangladesh. So I think it is high time for the politicians from both the major political parties, I would say BNP, Awami League, to realize what is the betterment for the country. It is not that I have to be in power. Someone is trying to be in power, someone is trying to retain in power. It should not be the mentality. We need to think about the country. We do have ample opportunity. Nowadays, I think for the last couple of years, Bangladesh is the second largest cotton importing country. They are importing cotton from abroad just because they need to weave, they have to manufacture, produce garment products, and one of the major garment exporting country is Bangladesh.
Yeah, we have become the tailors of the world.
No matter what, we are earning foreign currency.
Yes, of course, yes.
I mean, garment industry, it has created employment opportunity for people. So if it continues like this, we can achieve much higher position.
Right.
I mean, the economy will be more stronger day by day. But due to political restlessness, instability, I'm afraid what will happen in the next upcoming couple of months, as you were telling, the election is very soon, maybe 6, 7 months, 8 months, whatever it is, end of this year or beginning of next year.
Yes, say 11 months maximum.
Maybe, yes, yes, indeed. So those who are in power, particularly I would say Awami League, they should realize that it cannot continue. The BNP is silent, BNP is not doing anything. They haven't done anything since 2015. There was a street movement, agitation, that was for 2-3 months, and then BNP stopped it. But Awami League or the government, they didn't pay any heed. What about all the institutions? We are destroying all the institutions. So educational institutions, election commission, appellate judiciary, everything, apex judiciary, everything we are destroying.
I'll come back to that later. See, you raised the point that the garment industry is the chief earner for foreign exchange, apart from the remittances that go from abroad. But can we really depend on this particular trade alone? See, I mean, like back in the Middle East, people used to say the entire Middle East depends on petrol, see, production of oil. See. Now see, now the world is looking towards battery-operated electric cars. See, they have introduced electric cabs now in London. See, so can we really depend on this for future? I mean, unforeseeable future. See, because it cannot go on like this.
No, no, I do agree with you. I do agree with you. So long the country is peaceful, you can rely or you can depend on this kind of industry. I mean, the garment industry.
There are other countries
There is one
that are
good
coming
news.
up with
Yes, they are coming up,
lower-
and at the same time, some countries like China, they are not doing one particular business. They are stopping it. They have already stopped, I think, doing some other things. So Bangladesh now they are just, as you said, referred to tailoring. Just so we are earning, let's say, couple of cents.
Yeah.
Couple of cents. But if you can manufacture, if you can produce, if you can manufacture the clothes,
Yep.
clothes, I mean the materials, cotton, whatever
have
it
the
is,
ability.
silk,
We have
whatever
the
it is.
ability.
Yes. So what you have to do, you need a market. You need to produce the capacity, the quality which the foreign buyers they are asking.
Yeah.
So you need to maintain standard, quality, everything, skilled manpower. So I think government's involvement is much necessary. At the same time, only relying on this sector, other than this, I haven't seen anything done by the government. The government did not take any initiative. I mean, the government funded any project, industry, we haven't seen that much.
And another thing is that everything is, all these industries, I mean, whatever these are, whatever the scale, they're all around the major cities of the country. See. So that is causing congestion within the city, outside the city, and just a number of cities, maybe Chittagong, maybe Dhaka, maybe some other smaller cities.
One of the main reason is Dhaka has become most populous city in the world. So most of the people, I mean the solvent people, rich people, they live in Dhaka. Each and every day, thousands of people are coming from villages to Dhaka. Everyone is. So it is
work.
completely centralized.
Right.
We didn't see that much decentralization in the country. You need to have all the amenities, all the facilities all around the country. We do have major cities, as you said, Chittagong, Rajshahi, Khulna, but we do have other districts, at least all 19 districts previously we had.
Yeah.
We have got 64 districts now. I would say this should be decentralized. Facilities should be given everywhere. You need gas, you need free flow of electricity, gas,
You need good road
water
transport
supply,
system.
everything, this kind of thing. Infrastructural development, unless and until we do have those kind of facilities, I mean the rich people, they are very, I mean like habituated or accustomed to luxury life. So they are getting it in the capital city. So they don't want to move. So it's easier for them
Yeah,
to
most of
commute.
these rich people, though they live in Dhaka or say Chittagong, but they really don't use the facilities there. See, whatever happens to them, they will go to, for treatment, they'll go to Singapore and Malaysia, and the poor ones go to India, and the rich ones come to Europe. So this is a very sad commentary on the facilities, particularly health facilities that we have in the countries. Because why do people go abroad?
There are some other reasons which I don't have any idea actually. I mean the medical sector, the main problem is I think nursing system. Nursing system
That is a worldwide
if you don't
problem
get,
now.
There is, here in UK I have seen, or in Singapore I have seen the nurse, this duty is completely, responsibility is completely different one. Unless and until you can feel what is your duty, what is your responsibility towards a patient, how to treat them. But
Right.
in our country, I haven't seen that.
Right, we took it.
That's why
we took
medical
a,
expert can tell.
We took a right turn and we went somewhere else. Now we come back to our main topic. We're talking about the election year. This is very important. These are the next 11 months. You see, 1 month is a long time in politics. You see, people change, and they say that politics makes a strange bedfellows. Today enemies, tomorrow friends, coalition. See what is happening in Bangladesh Parliament. Mr. Hussain Muhammad Irshad's Jatiya Party is the opposition party, and they have also a stake in the government. And while he was the martial administrator of the country, and people revolted against him after 8 years, and he was ousted. See, so it does make very strange bedfellows. Today friends, tomorrow enemy, today's friends. What is the situation? I mean, this 2018, in 2019, we will have the election early, maybe January, first week, second week. Is the political situation so nice, healthy, that this can lead to a congenial atmosphere for a free and fair election?
I do not think so, because I don't know whether you have heard the court in Bangladesh, they have settled a date, that is 8th February, I think, to pronounce judgment regarding Begum Khaleda Zia's case. The day of the judgment is 8th of February. I would say they are not going to deliver any judgment. This is a pressure I think government is trying to impose, or government is trying to push something on Begum Khaleda Zia's shoulder, like you have to participate in the election. You don't have to have any demand, as BNP and other political oppositions were demanding. The one not caretaker government, but election period, interim government, interim government during the election. So no election under any political party, not at least under Awami League government. So to subside or to divert all those issues, the court has selected a date. As I said, they may differ because they are acting by the wish of the government. I have seen this. If you tell me they are at liberty, they are independent, I would say no. Do you remember, I think the audience, they will remember in 2013, end of 2013, there was a date to pronounce judgment of Hussain Muhammad Irshad's case. There was Janata Tower case, a corruption case against Hussain Muhammad Irshad. The date has been deferred on many occasions, just to put pressure on Irshad to participate in the election.
Yes. From time to time.
So the government is trying to repeat that incident, that event again, I think, one thing. And now the thing is whether BNP will participate or not. I would say the scenario is completely now different. This is not 2014, it is not 2008, not even 2001 or 1996. Time has changed, things have taken different shapes, and the sentiment of people is completely different. People, they don't bother, whoever in power, if they can eat, if they can feed themselves, they are happy. They don't come on the street.
But can they really eat? I mean, I understand that even the price of onion goes up like 140 taka kilo.
Then why are not they coming on the street? Why are not they supporting the opposition parties?
Is it because they don't like politics? They don't want to get involved?
Maybe this is because of the political culture, as I told you, because they are watching every day, it's the same thing, repetition of the same thing. So that may be one of the, or they are not going to take any risk. They do not.
Isn't that a failure of the politicians, that they have not been able to involve the people in the day-to-day politics of the country?
I would say this
maybe
is
the
not
completely,
completely.
maybe the people outside.
No, this is oppression. Have you seen the oppression? The degree of oppression. I mean, the mass killing, disappearance, crossfire. So people are very much scared. I mean, you can raise your voice, you can say something. If you can say something without any fear, without any apprehension, then people would come forward on the street. But the degree of faces government's action and the armed forces or law enforcing agencies, their action, people are not accustomed, people are not comfortable with those kind of situations. So who would allow his children to demonstrate or assist demonstration on the street?
Thank you, sir.
No,
We need to take a break.
Sure.
And when we come back, we'll try to break the code. Thank you for being with us. We'll be back after this very, very short break. Thank you.